Hello everyone, and welcome back to another beautiful day here in Gaistal, Austria. We are currently in the middle of April, and our job for today is to get the weeds out of the fields. This is why we bought this weeder slash hoe. And since it's a fairly heavy machine, 1.7 tons, okay, it's not that heavy. I am considering using 6.34. Yeah, I technically could use this one because it's highly maneuverable instead of the Steyr. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go that way. And of course the Unimog is safely stored in here, and that was overjoyed to see what I've bought. I also didn't tell him, just like I haven't told you what I'm getting. It's getting very crowded in here in this little, not so little shed, but yeah, it's getting fairly crowded in here. Crowded in a way that we gotta move some stuff around so we can access some different stuff that we need. I should have opened the doors. Yeah, so the plan for today is to get the fields weeded and hoed. And another plan is to get the manure loaded and sent. You know, you don't need enemies when you have yourself like that. Oh man, open the doors, didn't look what's behind them, and of course there is a car behind them. Alright. Anyway, I'm probably gonna load the manure up in the last part of April, which I guess is still gonna be in this episode. So yeah, Phoenix Aura, you can expect some crap to come your way, as I've promised. Yeah, and the promise is gonna get fulfilled. To do that, I'm gonna hire the same truck that came and took manure down to the biogas plant the last time. And I'm gonna pay for the transport, I'm gonna pay for everything, and the manure is gonna get delivered to you basically free of charge. Because if I don't get rid of it, I'm gonna pay another hefty fine, which is totally unacceptable for me, so yeah, I'm gonna do it like that. It's better if I pay a couple grand for transporting that manure away from the farm rather than having it sit here and let me just pay the fine like a good citizen. Yeah, no. And I don't even think that the truck is gonna take the whole pile, because we got well over 20,000 liters already. But we're gonna load whatever we can. It's definitely gonna be more than half of what we produced. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident we're gonna resolve this as we have to. In other news, nothing new in the cow barn. Yeah, how quickly can I go without destroying anything? Okay, quite quick. Yeah, so nothing new in the cow barn. The last entry was the removal of one animal because of an injury, and the other entry was that we got a new calf born. I still forgot to check if we have any bulls ready to be sold. There is definitely one cow. So I think that's gonna be our thing that we take care of only in the beginning of May. We can take another batch of animals down to the dealer and we can take our first milk sale with the Unimog transport, which I'm highly looking forward to. Yeah, the weeder is working perfectly. Nice. Happy with the purchase. And yeah, I could take care of the weeds with spraying them, which would be cheaper in the short run because we already have a sprayer. We only will have to invest in a tanker, in an IBC of herbicide. But on the other hand, I'm marketing this as locally produced and organic, so I won't really, I don't want to put anything that I don't have to put on per se. This is gonna be satisfying. It is satisfying. Perfect. So yeah, these hoes / weeders, they work when the crop is still small, because the rotator tines or the spikes on the actual implement turn and they grab weeds because weeds are already bigger than the crop is. And they just rip them out, roots and everything attached. Some weeds may plant themselves back. That is true, but it's still a lot better than spraying everything. At least I think it is. I've been thinking, and I got no clue how much mustard we're gonna get off the fields. I have no idea what the yields are, how everything works in this manner, so this is more or less gonna be a test run. And on the other hand, it's a filler. Oh, excuse me, my phone is ringing. Let me see. Okay, nothing important. A friend of mine just called if I have some time for a nice little beer, now that it's getting warm outside. Yeah, we're like those small lizards, when that come out when everything is nice and warmed up for after the winter. The lizard people. Yeah, so we're gonna catch up after lunch at the beer garden. So there's another thing I also want to get for the farm. Now that we bought this beautiful Unimog, it would be really nice to have a telehandler of some sort. Something that's a bit bigger, a bit better, and has bigger reach and can lift heavier than what we have at the moment. Right now that Zittelmeyer is, yeah, that's it's a no thing. It's a small thing and I can't really put any real load on it. Alright, so this field is already done. The crop is still so small that I can safely drive over it and it just bends, it doesn't break. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Oh, a telehandler, yeah. That's another thing that I would like to get for the farm. So I'm gonna have a quick little look. Although I don't really have the funds now, but let's just check if there's anything in sales. Oh, look at that, a Zetor. A funny thing is that we have our front loader attacher, the arm attached. Oh, look at that, JCB24. Ooh, this might be what I need. Funny thing is that we already have the front loader attacher on all of our tractors. Well, not all. And the Mercedes doesn't have one. But we have the front loader arm attachment on this one. In the bracket, we have it on the Steyr. We have a big arm, which I think it's oversized for the rigid track. But you know, oof, JCB tele truck could just be what I need. I think those have extendable arms. Should I take a loan out? You hear me pondering, I guess. Oh man. The splurging out, I guess, isn't really over. So yeah, if I go in depth for 25,000, possibly 30, so I can get all the attachments, I should be able to repay it off in about a year. You know what, I'm gonna give a call to the bank and check if they have anything that's suitable for us. Small loan. I think you can get cash loans of 30,000 without any real trouble. More of a consumer loan, not really, you know, for stuff like that. You don't even have to explain what you're gonna buy with it or stuff like that. The only question is if we are eligible for such a loan. The bank account is feeling pretty low. You know what's the funny thing about loans? At least in my humble opinion. You can get a loan if you prove that you don't need it. Yeah, I always found that funny because why? You know, if I didn't need a loan, I wouldn't get a loan. I'd just pay things off straight away. I don't know. Some of you might have different experiences, and that's quite okay. Well, in any case, I'll be weeding this field and then the big one by the Falkensee lake. And probably a few action shots later we can have a few words about the loan. I'll probably have some information by then, if I can even get it. So yeah, be right back. Alrighty, and the fucking Z field is also done. The service light came on. Yep, yet again. We are over the service interval, which is 5 hours. We are 10.3 at the moment. So when I come back, I'm gonna take this hoe off and put the tractor straight into the workshop, so Mr. Matthias, the brother, can have a go at servicing the engine. Yeah, for the love of everything that's holy, I can't keep on top of service intervals. But you know, it is what it is. What is he doing? His best. Yeah. Time to wash the old beast down. And while we have the hoe here, we can also clean it. And yeah, I have called the bank. They will give me a feedback. Of course, they have access to everything that's happening with our money. Because nowadays you can't really do anything with cash. Everything has to be trackable. So yeah, all the transactions go through the banking account. There's no way to, well, there is a way to, you know, go around that, but you risk such a huge fine, it's not worth it. And I've been thinking that perfect place for this hoe will be over there in the bay next to the fuel tank. So let's put it there. BEA, beautiful. Nicely done. Yeah, beep beep, I know exactly. Alright, perfect. Let's turn the brush. Let's try and get this repaired. Maintenance, a bare €1,000. Standard, original part, 6 hours. Yeah. Let's start. So another €1,000 down the drain into keeping the equipment running. Alright, well, I'm gonna go inside, have lunch. In the meantime, I'm gonna probably get information back from the bank, and then we can see if we can get the new JCB. Well, new to us, the old. Might be a mistake. Hope not. Alrighty, so my friend already went ahead. We had a good little beer. 2 of them each. Yeah, so I did get information from the bank, and they said that I can log in my online app and take a loan. So it's gonna be 30,000. Let's say 35,000, and it's gonna be 5 years repayment period, and we're gonna have monthly repayment of 646, and the total amount paid will be 38,152. So let's take that. All right. We are now up to 50,000. Now, why did I take 5 grand more than I said I would? The answer is that this skid steer, or well, this JCB tally truck has a skid steer attacher, which means that we gotta buy all the attachments for it, because we have everything for the front loader attacher and nothing would fit it. And I definitely want to have everything nicely original. And yeah, I've asked for the prices and they said that it's 1,200 for a bale fork and for the pallet fork. That's a price for both of them, and the bucket is 4,000 because it's a high tip bucket. Now I don't really know if I actually need a high tip bucket, so if I don't need it, I'm gonna have them have a look. They can provide something else. But yeah, I also have to pay around 900 euros for the low loader, the transporter that we're gonna use to bring everything back home. What? Alright. The tractor almost didn't start. Yeah, this tire is really giving us some issues. And we keep throwing money at it and it still isn't working perfectly. In any case, yeah. Well, I'll see you down at the store when we can load everything up and bring it back home, because we can't really take the tele truck on the road. It ain't gonna be registered because it's not meant to go on public roads. It's only gonna be used here around the farm. So yeah, it's gonna be fairly expensive to get everything done, but I hope we can sort it out. Right, see you down at the valley. Alrighty, well, made it down, and now let's go into the talks with the salespeople. So we were looking at this JCB tele truck. We want to have the skid steer attacher, UK flag. Absolutely no. The color is pretty much fine, and we don't need a license plate because, as I said, this isn't gonna be driven on the roads. So this is gonna be 24,774. Let's purchase this. Right, now we go to get our next equipment. So I forgot it. It's a skid steer attachment, right? Yeah, I think it's a skid steer. I forgot in the moment of. I think it was a skid steer attacher. Yeah, it was this one. All right, so oh, look at that. There's a cheaper one. Perfect. Let's go with this. This is gonna be our pallet fork. And I need a bucket, so this one 1,284. It's a lot cheaper. Okay, so I oversplurged. I was looking at a different shovel. Where is that now? Yeah, this was the shovel for 4,000, and it has the same capacity as this one. Okay, perfect. Let's go with JCB, so we actually have it as is. And I need a bale spike. We can use this one, the Paladin. Is there a JCB one? There is. Okay, let's go with JCB all around. Why not? Perfect. And now I need a low loader to transport all this back up to the farm. And I was looking at this Gigant. This one should fit everything on, so yeah, let's lease it. This one's gonna be 892. Yes. Right. So I could have taken out the 30,000 euro loan, but I guess we have a bit more in terms of reserves. If we get any unexpected fines or anything like that, we can actually survive the hit. Again, it didn't start. Must be the battery. And if I'd had more time, I'd leave the tractor here so they could inspect it. Now watch as we can't put the deli truck on. Because the supports are too far apart and they are fixed. Alright, well, in any case, let's have a look at our new old JCB. It's got 19.7 hours on it, not too bad. But if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this one goes a lot higher. So yeah, I definitely don't need the high tip bucket. The visibility seems pretty great in here. I think we're gonna be overall pretty happy with this machine. I can see myself working it really hard. Alright, the service light is already blinking. Shoot. Well, I guess Mr. Matthias is gonna have some work to do. Some more work to do. I hope it's a regular service, not an engine fault or something like that. All right. Oh man, we should have been millionaires. Judging by how much money we're spending on just keeping the machines running. Alright, let's see if we can get it on the trailer. Gonna be a tight fit. Yeah. No. Okay. Wasn't the most elegant thing I ever done. And this has to be up in the air like this. Alrighty then. Everybody, yeah. Spend my money, yeah. Nice. Nice. Well, spend some money again, I guess. Well, let's bring it home. Good, good, good. Made it on top of the hill. Alright, well, I guess I ain't gonna be loading manure just yet. Not in this episode, because I still have to return the trailer and it's gonna be a bit too late to order a truck to come up. So I'm gonna do that in the next episode. I'm sorry, Phoenix Aura, if I got your hopes up. But it is what it is. Alright, so let's get this baby home. And straight into the service bay, right? For the love of everything. I have to move the Zettelmeyer out of the way so I can use that rack for storing my thatchers. And since this tractor is barely holding on, I'm gonna leave it running. I definitely don't want to have it break down while I have the trailer attached. Wing it. Alright. Perfect, we're down. You know what? Since I'm gonna be using this bucket in the next episode, I'm gonna leave it here. It's not gonna be in the way. And I'll put both of those, the paddle fork and the bale spike, into the shed. Yeah, I'm making quite a fleet. It feels good. Feels good. Feels like we're growing. And I'll probably be able to retire the Zettelmeyer altogether. How much bigger the old machine is. But this one's probably more capable. It has 4.6 tons empty. We have to check how much the Zettelmeyer weighs. Always drive with the bale spike lowered, because you never know when someone's around the corner. And you definitely don't want to spike anybody with this. That can be a life-altering event. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna take the trailer back to the shop now. Gotta return it. And this is gonna be it for today. Thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun watching me go into even more debt. But hey, this was an opportunity I didn't really want to miss. So yeah, that pile over there is our next target. And it's almost 24,000 liters of it, so yeah, it's pretty much a lot. Thank you all for watching, hope you had fun, and see you next time. Take care, and goodbye.